thought I'd share with you how to become more organized when you're sewing, especially if you're sewing for yourself and you want to create a little bit of a wardrobe. And this is something that you absolutely love spending your extra time on. So you want to obviously use your time very efficiently. But you can use the same concept if you are also sewing and designing for clients as well, using commercial patterns or patterns that you make along the way. Okay, so first of all, what I do is I have bought a whole lot of files. I like red because red is a very good energy color, very much do with feng shui. It brings in lots of money. So I have a lot of red files. Okay, so what I do is I write down on my outside of my file, my arch lever file, what is inside this particular file. So this one is dresses. This one over here is trousers, shirts, skirts and tops. So I've got a whole lot of files all into my cupboard. This is my studio that I work from, so this is a busy place where I'm working, and it's not always neat and tidy, but I try and keep it as organized as possible, because when you are creative, you've got material over the place, you've got all your patterns everywhere, so try and get some kind of order in that whole process. So what I've done is I've taken all my commercial patterns that I have, and I have put all the patterns, all the dresses into little lever file little pockets, okay, or the plastic pockets. So all my dress patterns are in here because I teach dressmaking classes. So please press that subscribe button to help my channel grow, as well as to keep you aware of the next videos I'll be uploading all about sewing. So if my students want to start sewing dresses, I would give them the file and would go and have a look at all the different designs of dresses that we have in my file for them to actually, start tracing off a pattern according to their measurements. And this is also, you can go through your file and go, okay, I like this dress, I like that dress, and you can basically look at what kind of fabrics they are suggesting, draw up a list, a shopping list of what fabrics you're going to buy, what notions you're going to buy, and take a photograph of this, put it in your phone, or draw a new technical sketch, just a rough little technical sketch. Take it with you to the shopping, the fabric store, so that you're more organized and planned with your garment sewing. You can also make marks of all the future ideas that you want to do. By doing that, you can also go through your stash fabric and see what you've got, how much fabric that you do have in your stash, and actually match it to the pattern and actually cut out the garment on your pattern, on the fabric. So let's talk about fabric. So what you do is you can basically go through your fabric that you have and put it into your file and make little notes of how you experience working with the fabric. That's one thing that you could do, and make notes whether you like the material or didn't like the material at all. The other thing you could do is go through all your stash, cut little swatches, and then write down you got 2 meters, 5 meters, 2.5 meters, 6 meters of that fabric. And then what you do is you just put small little swatches onto a sheet of paper, and you can write down how many meters that you've got. So when you go into your files of patterns that you already have, you know that this particular dress needs, like, let's say 2.5 meters of fabric, and you do have 2.5 meters of fabric in your stash that you know is suitable for this particular design. So that means you'll be using up your stash fabric, because otherwise you have all these fabrics, neatly folded up, hopefully neatly folded up in your stash cupboard, and it's just accumulating dust and taking space. Rather use it, the fabric that you've got in your stash, before you go and buy more material. The other thing is you might find that you don't know what to make. You've got so many files of different garments, you're not sure what to make. You're not quite sure if it's really your style. So then go through some magazines or go to Pinterest and create some kind of like fashion board, maybe like a mood board of all the garments that you do like. Put them on your phone or print them out on the from magazines, just cutting them out and then putting them into your file. And once you've done that, you could perhaps look at these ideas and go, obviously these pictures and designs attracted you to the design. So maybe then look at your patterns that you've got to see if there's something similar that you can incorporate that design into a pattern that you've already got, and maybe just embellish it with the ideas that you have seen on the garments that you have put aside for you to copy to make for your own wardrobe. So here I've got all the trousers and the shorts. They're all in this file as well. So I hope this kind of gives you an idea how to just be a little bit more organized, but you're putting all your patterns into files. And what I also do is when I do use a commercial pattern, I actually trace it off onto paper, so I don't really damage my commercial pattern. I actually keep my commercial pattern intact, and I trace it off with soft paper using carbon paper and a tracing wheel, tracing it off according to my body measurements and size. So soon I'll be having a masterclass which will be all about custom fitting your sewing wardrobe, to show you how to trace the patterns according to your body measurements, your body proportions, where your bust point is, where your true waist is, and where your hip measurement is, how to adjust the pattern to fit your body proportions, and how to trace it off according to your measurements by taking the correct measurements, which I'm very excited to share with you, which will be coming up in the next week or two. So if you like what I'm sharing with you, please give me a thumbs up, give me some love, press the subscribe button. Until next time, this is Tanya Sutherland.